We honor the legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when we join in the work he committed to, a movement toward equality and justice for all. His call to action to create the beloved community includes standing against racism and working towards ensuring civil and human rights. We know that our efforts to bear witness to the way of Jesus in loving our neighbors as ourselves knows no end. Freed in the grace of Christ, we are free to be a powerful movement even still. As a nation, we are at a critical juncture. 56 years after the passage of the Voting Rights Act signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson, many in this country still face racial disparities and inequalities in accessing the right to vote. In many places, communities of color face barriers in registering to vote, staying on the voter rolls, and having their mail-in ballots counted. We have seen 18 state legislatures enact laws that are harmful to these communities, as well as low-income communities and people with disabilities, which reduce the ability to cast a ballot. Today, I ask you to support the Freedom to Vote John Lewis Act. The ELCA has promoted bipartisan compromise and commits to the principles of this bill. In 2013, the ELCA Churchwide Assembly, our denomination's highest legislative authority, adopted a social policy resolution titled Voting Rights to All Citizens, which states this church's resolve to call upon local, state, and federal governments to guarantee the right to vote to all citizens and to discourage or eliminate all laws, ordinances, or regulations that would have the effect of racial and ethnic discrimination in the exercise of that right. The ELCA strongly affirms voting guided by faith-based values as an exercise in citizenship. Please join me in praying for our Congress, our President, and members of the Supreme Court. In the words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly.